My second baby is due in October on the 23rd. I want something Celtic to take to the hospital to give the baby at birth. I don't know if I should go remnants of a tartan and baby blanket or what. Any ideas? We don't know if we're having a boy or a girl.
Okay.
So we're not thinking gendered on whatever we're coming up with here.
So what do you bring to for the baby, for the gift in the hospital? I'm going back to when Liam was born and we had the baby photos done in the hospital kind of thing, newborn photos. So I'm thinking about that. I would say a kilt isn't necessarily bad.
No.
You just make it small and say like 8-inch to 10-inch.
It's hard to know what size to get it.
Agreed. You do Velcro closure and it's fine.
Yeah.
If you have a bit of remnant cloth, you could potentially do that. The thing that I think would actually work really, really well for baby photos in little basket thing at the hospital are one of two things: either a scarf, a lambswool scarf, or a lambswool blanket. Would really, really be nice because it's very, very soft, especially for like the macro photography. I'm going into photography mode here. The macro photography, zooming in, you have like little tiny hairs off the blanket, little baby in there. You can swaddle them up in it. It's a nice, soft looking thing and feeling thing as well. So that's kind of where I would probably go with it, is either a lambswool scarf or a lambswool blanket.
I like the idea of the blanket. I was going to go a little bit more in the direction of just get a yard of cloth and then swaddle the baby in the cloth the way you would for a newborn, to put them to sleep.
Yeah.
Put a little hat on them and swaddle them up, and they look like a little tartan hot dog. It's fun.
Burrito. Yes, indeed. Allie looks like she wants to say something over there.
Yeah. For those who were wondering, wool is a safe fabric for babies. Obviously, I would probably avoid something terribly coarse, like woven 16-ounce material or tweed. But something like merino, 11-ounce wool is quite compatible with their skin and is often very helpful in like thermal regulation when they're very young. So I think I'm with you, Ian. I might choose something like bulk cloth, even something like shawl size, so that the edges are nice and soft and fringed. I would just consider household or personal allergies of the parents or the baby, and absolutely bring some time.
See, here's the thing: you don't know the allergy of the baby, so wrap them in wool. You're going to find out real quick if they're allergic to wool.
True.
If either of the parents are allergic to wool,
there you go.
I'd say maybe give like kilt cloth or worsted wool cloth a miss, but lambswool probably would be okay, or cashmere or something like that.
Yes.
That's a little bit pricier. But yeah, I think 11-ounce wool, if you're just buying it just for this event, 11-ounce wool is going to be a little bit softer. So I'd do like a Reaver from Loch Heron or something like that versus 16-ounce, which is going to be a little bit more coarse. Makes a great kilt, but it's a little bit sensitive. In the same way that we tell people we don't want to make like scarves out of 16-ounce cloth, worsted cloth, or even 13-ounce worsted cloth, because it's a sensitive area up around your neck. Baby's skin can tend to be a little bit more sensitive in general, so I'd say 11 ounce is probably ideal, but then you're stuck with 11-ounce cloth, and if you're not making something out of it later on, like a pillow or something else, then you're just buying cloth for a photo and here you go. This is your birth cloth. Birth cloth is a thing.
Sounds gross.
It does. It does sound very gross. It's like a reverse Shroud of Turin kind of thing. I don't know. Death Shroud. Yes.
Yeah.
It's got weird fast. All right. So yeah, that's our answer. So we talked about scarves. We talked about material. We talked about different tartans. What did we miss? What other bits and bobs of Celtic culture, of symbolism, did we miss in this segment? What would you bring to the hospital as a gift to a newborn child to show them that they're part of your clan?